Good morning, everyone. I wanted to go over my skincare routine with you. It's changed many times over the last year and I've learned a lot, but I have a few products that I'm really enjoying right now, so let's jump in. So my first product will be the All About Clean 2-in-1 Cleansing and Exfoliating Jelly by Clinique. This came from Bloomingdale's. It is 5 ounces for $24. Now, I use this twice a day, especially after the gym. It's perfect. One thing that I do realize about this though, that I feel like maybe I felt once with another product, but it's kind of rare and unique, is that when I put this with water, it feels almost to me like a dry powder. It's not, even though it says jelly, it doesn't have that slick silicone feeling, but it's extremely gentle on my face and it doesn't feel stripped. You know, sometimes when you use a cleanser that might be a little too harsh on the skin, it feels like it's got that squeegee, that squeegee feeling, and your face feels kind of stiff and dry afterwards. That is not the case with this product. I'm really liking it. I've used it for about 2 months now. I don't think I necessarily have sensitive skin, but I do have oily skin, so this is definitely great for that. Next, I use the Facial Radiance Pads by First Aid Beauty, and I got this at Sephora this past, I think it was Black Friday. I was just speaking with one of their representatives in the skincare department, and I told them I want an exfoliator, and my focus will be reducing texture. So she recommended these to me. There are 60 pads in here for $36. I thought that might be a little pricey, and I'm just jumping into skincare, so I'm not really sure like if a price is too expensive for a certain product or if a product is really worth that amount. I guess maybe you don't know until you try it. But I thought that this was kind of pricey, but she was right. These are really good for reducing texture. I have a lot of texture in my skin, so after I use my cleanser, then I go in with this kind of like as a toner. And one thing that I like about this that I've also experienced in the past with other toners is that this is not drying. It's not going to strip your skin of, it'll get rid of like some oil and dirt, but it's not going to go so far as to feeling like it stripped your natural oils. I feel like some toners can be a little high in the alcohol content. So when you're using it, sometimes they literally feel like a rubbing alcohol. Like they're just way too harsh. That is not the case with these. I think that these are very hydrating and they smell really good. You're going to go through them a little bit quickly, so I would consider that before you buy them, especially if you're going to use it twice a day. But these are also a really good refresher if you just need to run to the grocery store real quick or you just need to leave the house for a moment and come back. I think that these are a really good refresher. Next in my step, we are back to Clinique. I did purchase this at Bloomingdale's, and this is the Dramatically Different Hydrating Jelly. This is 4.2 ounces for $32.50. So at the time, I bought these two together, and it was a really good deal, and I'll explain why in just a moment. This will be my first time using a translucent jelly hydrator. I think the only time I've come close to that was with the, I think it's the Neutrogena water cream. I think it's a Hydro Boost. Yeah, I think it's a Hydro Boost water cream. This is similar because it's a jelly, but it's not really that similar. This is extremely light. I find that this is really good for my oily skin. It does not have a fragrance, and something that made me want to buy this is that when I was discussing it with one of the representatives, she let me know that the other Clinique moisturizers for your face, sometimes they haven't updated their ingredients and they will still use mineral oil. Now, mineral oil is not the best for your skin. It can clog your pores and kind of make things a little bit worse, especially if you have really sensitive skin. But Clinique is so popular, it's a lot of people's tried and true. It's been around for a very long time. So instead of using other moisturizers, I decided to go with this hydrating jelly because, as you can see, it does not have the mineral oil in it. I read the ingredients on the back. A little goes a long way. Even if you use 2 pumps on your face and your neck, I feel like it might be a little bit much. I try to use 1 pump and a half. I used to use 2 pumps, but I feel like I was just wasting product. So a little goes a long way. Up next, we have the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen SPF 40. I got this at Sephora. It's 1.7 ounces for $34. Now that sounds very pricey to me. However, I have gone through so many sunscreens because I have brown skin. I feel like sometimes the sunscreens, they don't really soak in and they tend to be very thick and can give me like in either a white or a purple cast, especially the higher the SPF goes. So when I saw this, and I want to say I saw it on TikTok for the first time, it was everywhere. It kind of like blew up last summer. Once I saw this, I was like, ooh, I have to try it. I wasn't aware of the price before I went to Sephora to buy it, but I do think it is a good buy because it's translucent. And I'm very, very happy with this product. I definitely think that it is worth the price. And I do have a hunch, as the translucent characteristic becomes more popular, I think the translucent sunscreens at least will not be as expensive because they won't be as unique or hard to find. This is definitely a good buy and I will be buying it consistently. I also want to add, if you have used the Nars Photo Finish primer, the matte one, that's exactly what this feels and looks like. It is a cloudy, clear gel, and when you put it on, it really does feel like baby powder. It just feels like velvety, and it does dry quickly. I do feel like a little does not go a long way. For this, definitely more is more, and I use more. Sometimes I would put dots on my face, and then when I would get to a certain area to start rubbing it in, it would kind of almost be dry. So this product, you definitely have to work fast when you're rubbing it in, and more is more. So the last product that I will be reviewing for my skincare routine will be the Moisture Surge Overnight Mask by Clinique. According to Sephora, this is 3.4 ounces for $37, but I got this at Bloomingdale's. During the holidays, they had a lot of good specials. So when I bought these two together, that allowed me to get like a free bag with some samples and other things, but also this full-size moisturizer. So I will say, I think that this moisturizer, to me, when I wear it, it feels like an everyday moisturizer. This doesn't feel as hydrating as you think an overnight mask would be. For an overnight mask, my expectation is to have a very, very dewy, hydrated layer on my skin when I wake up. You know, you're a little bit shiny, your skin is soft and supple. I don't necessarily get that with this. I really don't think that it's that heavy to be called an overnight mask. I have used hydrators, or moisturizers, excuse me. I have used why do I keep saying hydrators? I have used moisturizers that I think, oh my God, now I'm choking. I have used oh my God. I have used moisturizers in the past that I feel like were much more moisturizing and felt like they had a higher natural oil content. Sometimes when you read the ingredient list of moisturizers, that the oil that you want the most, whether it's like jojoba oil or shea butter, it tends to be a little bit further down on the list, and you can kind of tell when you wear it on your skin and you don't feel that natural oil coming through. It kind of feels like maybe a few hours later you didn't put any moisturizer on at all. That's kind of what this feels like. So instead of an overnight mask, I think that this is just a good everyday moisturizer whenever you need it. And I even use it as hand cream and it works out just fine. So it does work for something, but this is a really great product, especially for oily skin because it doesn't have that much oil in it. So the way that I've been doing my skincare journey this past year is, I think it's kind of helpful to go to Ulta or Sephora or Target, and when you see brands that you're interested in, try and find mini versions of those products, whether it's a mini toner, a mini cleanser, a mini moisturizer, a mini mask. Try it for a week or two, and then that's how I find out, do I want to buy the full size of this product? once I find a few full-size products that I want to stick with for a few weeks or a few months, once those bottles are empty, that is my opportunity to get some new skincare. So that's kind of how I kind of work out my plan. So it's been a really great journey so far. I will be doing more skincare videos coming up. There's lots of things that I will not be buying again, and some things that I do have an interest in, some products that I think are amazing that I just haven't bought again yet, but I will in the future. So I'm excited to be bringing that content to you guys soon. Well, anyway, that is today's video about my skincare routine. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please comment, share, and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.